What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I am No Spoon, and today I'm going to show you how I would go about manifesting your SP if I were you. Right? Firstly, though, before we get into that, I want to give you kind of something that just came to me, and it can apply for everything, but since we're talking about love and relationships today, here we go. If love is absent inside of you, love will be absent outside of you. All right, pay attention. If love is absent inside of you, love will be absent outside of you. All right, just something to think about. All right, how I would manifest your SP. Firstly, I would understand how reality works. As within, so without. Whatever you are holding as a state of being, as a belief system, as expectations within, is what you will experience externally. Okay? So, how reality works. All points of existence, every experience, every desired reality, every version of you, every version of your SP exists right here and right now. There is no past, there is no future. That is only a way of thinking, and your mind thinks that it is happening now. When you remember something or when you predict something, it thinks it's happening now. So stop thinking of time, stop thinking about what has happened in the past and what's going to happen in the future. Be here right now and give yourself the fulfillment right here and right now. So, understanding that there are infinite versions of her, and by the way, I'm going to speak from a man's perspective towards a woman. If you're a woman, just feel free to fix the roles as you see fit. Okay? Understanding that there are infinite versions of her, infinite versions of your SP. This version out here that you are currently experiencing in the 3D, who is not choosing you, who is not prioritizing you, they have a right to exist. They will always exist. They have always existed. And there's nothing you can do about it. So we can go ahead and cut the 3D off, cut this version off. We're not going to pay any more attention to them because that's the version of them who is not choosing you. So we can just completely disregard any of that. No more paying attention to them. No more trying to change this version because it can't be done. All right. We are going to start paying attention to the ideal version of them internally. Because again, your mind doesn't know the difference between what you imagine and what you experience in the external reality. So the more that you go in and you select this ideal version of them, the more that you start seeing the reflection of that externally. Right? But what I would not do is put all of my emphasis on my SP, put all of my awareness, put all my focus and attention on my SP. I would not wake up out of bed to see if they texted. I wouldn't worry about who they're talking to. I wouldn't worry about if they're thinking about me, or I would completely take my awareness off of them. And I would turn it towards the most important thing, which is yourself. Right? Because how reality works, you only experience you. You experience you through every single circumstance, every situation, every person that you encounter. You can only experience them through the lens of the version of you that you are. Right? So, since that's true, we are going to rampage pure greatness about ourselves. Right? Because the internal story that we tell ourselves is what creates the identity. And your identity is what you experience. So previously, if you've had a story about how you never have luck in relationships and nobody ever chooses you and you're never prioritized and, women never seem to look your way, we're going to completely cut that story off too. And we're going to start telling ourselves a new story. Yourself is priority right here, okay? Your SP is the little branch off of the tree that we're going to worry about later or focus later. We are going to wake up out of bed and we're going to tell ourselves who the fuck we are, remind ourselves who the fuck we are, which is pure greatness, which is all that is, which is always chosen, which is everyone's top priority, which is pure magnetism. Every single room that you walk into, all eyes are on you. And also how you've experienced relationships in the past. Again, because all we have is now. Your mind doesn't understand the difference between what you imagine and what you experience. We're going to tell ourselves that we've always had the best luck in relationships. That women just fall at our feet because you're the most attractive person on the face of the planet. Right? Making sense so far. Okay, good. So as you're doing this throughout your entire day, as you're rampaging about your greatness, brush your teeth as the man, eat breakfast like you're the greatest, go to work like everybody kisses your ass, that you only experience life on easy mode. Whatever you want to say. It's not these exact statements that I'm saying, but just make sure that you are telling yourself the greatest story about yourself, because that is what manifests. That's what creates your entire identity. And whenever your SP comes to mind, you immediately describe them as the way that you would like to experience them. Your SP comes to mind. Oh yeah, we're back together. That's great. Yeah, I can't wait to see them. Okay, so why are you back together? Because my self-concept, because I'm the greatest, because I am the only option, because nobody compares to me, because they would be silly not to be with me. No care in the world. And just let it go. Just let it go. All you are doing here is being the version of yourself who is, let's say your end is to be in a relationship or back together with your SP. What would that version of you be doing? They would not be doing techniques all day. They would not be checking their Instagram stories. They wouldn't be putting all of their focus on their SP. They would probably be working on their purpose, or working on their body or their mind, or making them the greatest, most elite version of themselves. So that's what we're going to do. So as you're prioritizing self, as you're telling yourself the greatest story, and you're doing things in your reality that reflect that identity, whenever your SP comes to mind, oh yeah, we're back together. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, she's so in love with me. Yeah, I'm so happy. Yeah, I'm so happy that we're together. Why? Because my self-concept, because I'm the greatest, because see, self-concept kind of finishes the question. I have this. Oh, why? Because self-concept is elite, because who wouldn't want to be with me, right? So you can't, manifestation is wholeness, right? Manifestation is having wholeness, oneness. When you start prioritizing your SP and you start putting all your focus and attention, and I'm going to do all these affirmations and I'm going to do all these techniques for my SP, you create excess potential. You put them on a pedestal, and then you scream to reality that I am not one with this thing, with this person. I am separate from this. And that's the opposite of manifestation, is separate. That means you don't have it. I know this makes sense. So as you're going throughout your day, prioritizing yourself, making yourself the top, most elite version of yourself. Whenever you want to experience that version of them, the version of them that you prefer, all you have to do is go within. Sure, you can do a technique if you want to give it to yourself. Go in and have inner dialogue, inner conversations. Hear them telling you the greatest things about yourself. To hear them telling you that they love you, that they prioritize you. If you want to tell them something, go within and tell them. Again, your mind does not know the difference between what you experience externally and what you experience internally. It thinks it's all happening right now. So give yourself the greatest story around you and your SP. See, like, I look forward to going within and experiencing my true reality. I understand that this is a reflection, this is an illusion of my old story. Certain things that I don't care to experience, I don't even pay any mind to, because I know that shit withers away if I take my awareness off of it. So you can't let things fulfill you. You have to be fulfilled first within, right? Manifestation is oneness, so you must be fulfilled with or without them, because you understand that they're coming from you anyway. So if you need this person to make you feel happy, to make you feel loved, back to the quote I said earlier, if love is absent within you, it will be absent without. It will be absent outside of you. So you must be fulfilled first. You must be the top priority first. You must be completely chosen yourself first before your SP chooses you. And in turn, funny enough, whenever you fulfill yourself just for the fact that you can be, because you are all that is, because you are one with Source, funny enough, your SP comes in, and it's not just your SP, by the way. You're going to start getting looks from women, and every single room that you walk into, the shit is contagious. The shit is spiritually magnetic. When you don't need anything, everything needs you. It's very paradoxical, I know, but that's the way that reality works. When you don't need anything, everything needs you. So if you can fulfill yourself first, then you get reflected fulfillment in your reality. But the moment that you need something to make you happy, some outside thing to make you happy, you create separation once again, and you will always be chasing, always be efforting. So in all of this, whenever you start telling yourself the best story, whenever you start describing your SP in your head as the perfect version that you would like to experience, no matter what you see out here, again, we are cutting this version of them off. They have nothing to do with you anymore. The only thing you might be confronted with is your old identity. And your old identity is 100% the reason that your SP is not choosing you. Because you might have a story in your head that says, I'm not worthy of love, that I'm not attractive enough, that I don't make enough money, that I don't have anything interesting to say because people are better than me. All of these things is what I was talking about with your self-concept. That's the shit that needs to be addressed. That's the shit that needs to be rerouted in your mind. Because again, your mind doesn't know the difference from what you are experiencing externally and what you are experiencing internally. So give yourself the greatest story about yourself, about your SP, about your entire life, because you can. So why wouldn't you? So yes, whenever your old identity comes in and starts being like, oh yeah, well maybe this stuff isn't working. Maybe I'm just not worthy. All that stuff. Nope, I'm choosing differently. Recognize that's the old identity, trying to stay alive, and reroute that shit. No, I'm actually pure perfection. Actually, anybody would be lucky to be with me. I'm pure magnetism. I'm the most attractive person on planet Earth. However you want to go about it. And that's the only thing that you're going to be confronted with. Your old version that wants to check to see if it's happening, wants to check their story to see who they're with. That's coming from the identity who thinks I'm not good enough. I need to monitor and stalk my SP to see if this is working or to see if anything has shifted. Nope. Who are you being in that moment? You're being the person, the identity who does not have your SP, and then boom, we're back to zero. Stay in the identity who has the end with you and your SP. You're happily married. You're back in a relationship with them. Okay, great. That version of you does not stalk your SP 24/7. Whenever they think, I'm in a relationship right now with the woman of my dreams, right? I actually am. And whenever she comes to mind, I just think a loving thought about her. Yeah, oh man, I love her so much. I'm so grateful to be with her. And I love that she's so about me. And I keep it moving. I don't sit there all day being like, oh, I wonder if she likes me. I wonder if this, I wonder if that. That would be the version who doesn't have her, who is not certain about how she feels about me. Right? So be the person in thought, deed, word, action, expression, behavior. Everything that you do comes from this identity of having. And why do you have this? Because your self-identity, because your self-concept is so elite. Who wouldn't want to be with you? And the fact that you have the choice and the option to be able to give yourself this story at any time is amazing. Why wouldn't you give yourself the greatest story? Why would you keep remembering something that you can't grab with your hands? You're remembering a memory, and you're being like, oh yeah, I've never been good in relationships. Oh yeah, I've never been chosen. You're bringing that into the now. And now that's true right now. These people that talk about like, oh, I hope I manifest my SP by New Year's. I hope we're together by New Year's. Well, New Year's doesn't exist. All points of existence happen now. So you're saying we didn't go to New Year's together. We weren't together on New Year's. So whenever anything comes to mind, anything, immediately describe it as the way you would like to experience it. Give yourself the truth of what you ideally would want to experience. Look at yourself as the prize. Whenever you look at yourself as the prize, the entire world, not just your SP, but the entire world looks at you as the prize. Isn't that something? Isn't that amazing? You get to call the shots in your reality. And everybody and every experience and everything, every situation reflects it exactly as the way you see yourself and the way that you expect to experience certain areas of life. And you know, that's pretty much it. When you see anything in the 3D, whenever like these things start materializing, you start materializing the new version of your SP that you have seen in here, you remain the same. You don't start getting like, if you've been going in and you've been giving yourself the experience of being in a happy relationship with your most ideal version of your SP, because you two are connected, whenever they finally send you that text after ghosting you for however many days, you remain the same. They text you, of course, that's normal. They don't text you, yeah, they did. They can't stop blowing me up. It's crazy. It's crazy. They need to get a life, right? Because all points of existence are now. So give yourself the experience right now. And the more that you select this story over and over and over again, the more this old story out here withers away and it stops becoming the norm. So let me see. I took a couple notes here just to me. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Your inner world takes your word for it. Okay? Try it out yourself. Focus on yourself. And whenever your SP comes to mind, immediately describe them. See them perfect. See them exactly the way that you would like to experience them. And cut off this old version. Cut off this version of them who is not prioritizing you, because they will always exist. And the more that you put your awareness on them, on that version, the more they will remain. The more they will disappoint you, the more they won't choose you. So take your awareness off of them. Put your awareness internally on the ideal version of them that you would like to experience. Go within, give yourself the experience of having conversations. Remote seduction, I'm gonna save that one for a later video, I think. But that one's powerful. And just live life and do things that reflect the most elite version of yourself. And tell yourself the greatest story. And you will win every time. But if you got any questions, if you want some guidance, let me know. If you want to work with me, link is in the description. But that's about it. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. This is No Spoon, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.